After 4 weeks of thrilling football action, the cream has finally risen to the top. After weeks of shock surprises in the reigning champions being knocked out in the group stages, the best team in the group stages being knocked out in the round of 16, and some of the top teams in the African continent being knocked out, the cream of the crop have risen to the top in Senegal and Egypt. Senegal making back-to-back Afcon final appearances. Egypt, the most decorated side in the African Cup of Nations, making it to the final once again. They will fancy their chances against the Senegalese side, who are making their third Afcon final appearance with no success in the other two. Will the Egyptians win their 8th trophy? This has been heralded as a clash between Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane, the best two players on the African continent arguably, but the supporting casts will have something to say about that. The final of the African Cup of Nations, which is set to take place on Sunday, the 6th of February 2022. It has been an entertaining tournament, a tournament with shocks, a tournament which both teams have grown into well into the knockout phases to make it into the final. As usual, subscribe if you have not, click on the notification bell to get more updates. For Senegal, they will be hoping to win their first ever Afcon trophy. Their road into the Afcon final has been anything but smooth. In a group where many thought they would be banging in goals left, right, center, they finished with 5 points, which was enough for them to finish on top of the group and make it into the round of 16, where they face Cape Verde. And that is where things started clicking for them. They hadn't scored from open play before then. Got 2 goals versus Cape Verde, albeit under some controversial circumstances and some red cards. They made it through and went into the quarterfinals to face Equatorial Guinea, where it all sparked for them. Just scoring 1 goal from open play, they scored 8 goals in the knockout phases of the competition, and their tournament was rekindled. They beat Equatorial Guinea 3-1 and then made it into the semi-final, where they beat Burkina Faso also 3-1. Their tournament was set alight. The story for Egypt was quite different. They started with a loss to Nigeria, who swashbuckled everyone in the group stages, getting all 3 points and making it perfect start to the campaign. But that did not last long, as they themselves were knocked out in the round of 16 versus Tunisia. Egypt did not start brightly. After that first loss to Nigeria, they won their other 2 games by a single goal. Mohamed Salah scoring in their second game versus Guinea-Bissau. They went into their final game versus Sudan and got that all-important 1 goal and 3 points that made it possible for them to make it into the round of 16, where it became a really daunting task for them. They faced Ivory Coast, who had eliminated previous champions in Algeria. In the penalty shootout, it was decided on, and the Egyptians expertly finished them off in that shootout. After overcoming Ivory Coast, they face another tough opponent in Morocco. It took extra time once again. This time, Mo Salah proved pivotal, bringing them back on level pegging in the second half after they had gone a goal down as early as the 7th minute. He was instrumental in finding them that extra goal in the extra time when he passed to Trezeguet, who made no mistakes from almost 6 yards. Their tournament was kicking into gear and they were growing into it. They had to face the hosts Cameroon and broke a few hearts in beating them on penalties, a game which was tactically orchestrated by coach Carlos Queiroz. The Egyptians, many people feel, have not yet risen up to the occasion in this tournament, but they are experts in tournament football, and Carlos Queiroz, after that first game loss, has learned his lesson and looked to find defensive solidity as his backbone to get them this far. They have the chance to win their 8th crown. After they won it 3 times in a row from 2006 to 2010, the Egyptians have had a slump in form. They made it to the final in 2017 and lost to Cameroon. But this time in this final, they will hope that they can get the trophy once again for the 8th time. Senegal have the talents in Edouard Mendy, the best keeper for Chelsea since the retirement of Petr Cech. Senegal's SADIO Mane, the man for Liverpool season so far, one of the best players in the English Premier League. And Idrissa Gana Gueye, the rock in midfield for Paris Saint-Germain. It has been an interesting ride for these players who have stepped up and clicked and finally in the right gear at the right time for this final. It's sure to be an interesting one, but as to who will win, it's anyone's guess. I've given up trying to predict the African Cup of Nations 2021. Well, I got one of my finalists right in predicting that Egypt would make it to the final, but will they be able to win it? I'm not so quite sure. Senegal will need to be strong here because the Egyptians are good at playing the long game. They will be defensively stoic as they have been throughout the knockout phases and look to drag the game out and get another penalty shootout if possible. If Senegal want to win this one, they have to do it in normal time, and that is very possible with this talented Senegalese side who have a lot of amazing talent playing outside the country. The Egyptians, however, have a lot of locally based players. 22 players in their team are all based in the Egyptian league. They know themselves very well, to say the least. Who will win this final? Well, as I said, I'm done predicting Afcon 2021. But my wish is that Senegal get their hands on the trophy for the very first time. But they will have to work for it. The Egyptians will not be a walkover as we've seen in the other games they have played this competition. They will want to make it their 8th crown and dominate African continent. Mohamed Salah will be chasing a Ballon d'Or crown. After his amazing start to the season, many have called him the one to win the Ballon d'Or. Winning it will make it possible for him to be in contention to win the Ballon d'Or and eventually, probably, FIFA's best. Will he be able to get it? Can he and his teammates crown the year with an African winning the Ballon d'Or? Sadio Mane would not care about that. He wants to deliver the country's first ever Afcon trophy. That sets up for an even more enthralling, exciting final for us, the neutrals. Both sides have played each other 12 times, Egypt winning 6, Senegal winning 4, and draw twice between the two teams. It's anyone's game. We'll be looking forward to the final on Sunday, 6th of February at 7 p.m. GMT. Your predictions in the comments box. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Enjoy the weekend.